Me, Madhog, me used to have brain, now have no more.
I think he's broken. I think I might need to get the screwdriver.
Me use glue to pick pieces to get pieces together.
Yeah, I think. Yep. There we go. I think that should do it. Last slap at the face.
Did you honestly just patch up my brain with duct tape?
Yeah, duct tape fixes everything.
Yeah, I hope. Well, except for explosions! I have a sudden headache all of a sudden. Because it's sudden. So anyway, where are we now? It's chapter 20. Oh my gosh, Navar!
What?
We're only 4 chapters from the end! Only 4 chapters left!
So close and yet so far! So far, so yet so close.
This is the final push!
Okay.
So anyway, this is Madhog, thy master, as always, with super serious voice that is also super serious.
And I'm the Varrock,
Of course.
Silly seriousness, all the way.
The two uncopied, which is the contrary to one and only. See what I did there?
Yes, I definitely do see what you did there.
So apparently we're watching a musical comedy in Technicolor from the 1930, because this chapter is titled Bright Lights.
I wonder what the meaning of bright lights is.
You know, there is actually a 4-part episode in the original My Little Pony series who's titled Bright Lights, and it featured, say, Pony Michael Jackson. I'll get to that eventually with my own little retrospective. I'll get there eventually, but for now, we have the soul-crushing aftermath of a harsh separation to deal with. I'm still playing that morning theme song. That's mourning for the loss of Tabby Scratch from last episode. By the way, I hope you see that episode because you will appreciate the montage at the end.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, I did watch it, and I did kind of appreciate that.
Of course you would. It was only fitting.
Hmm.
So let's get this show on the unwalked, unpaved, quite uncomfortable country road and start already.
Of course. Shall I start the narration as always?
As always.
Okay. There's just something about our brain that takes a few seconds to fully process things. You're telling me we're still trying to process this fanfiction? By the time I'd read the note and fully understood its meaning, I was already in a state of panic.
Panic!
Panic!
Disorder! Anarchy!
Don't panic! Don't panic!
Keep calm and read on.
I'd like to think of it as our head giving us some time to sort things out before things really hit home. Vinyl was gone. I was alone.
How could this happen to me? Oh my gosh, the duct tape on my brain is getting loose again.
Wait a minute, I'm part wolf! I cried.
No.
I cried triumphantly, dropping the note. I could just sniff her out.
Well, so much for the drama. This just made my so moving and spectacular montage from the last episode completely pointless.
What, much like the pointlessness of being on a break?
What?
You know, the final scratch
yeah, listen, with all that's happened up until this point, that is literally the last thing on my mind right now.
Yeah, duct tape's on your mind. Bending down to pick up the note, I realized there was a backside to it.
P.S. Don't try to sniff me out, cause I mask my scent with Victoria's Secret fragrance. Let us not question that.
No, that's not.
From now on, let's take everything that comes our way at face value. Okay?
Okay, I can do that.
So, Victoria's Secret fragrance, face value. Explosion, face value. Even though it burns. So the eventuality that Vine Scratch might be revealed to have actually a second sex. Face value, because why not? Everything might and will happen.
Yeah.
So anyway, already a change of paragraph. This seems like some sort of pointless continuation from the last chapter.
Yeah. What do you think, Princess?
If you will excuse me for a moment, Octavia, Luna said. Thud, thud, what? What?
The author felt it necessary to put in thuds.
Thud, thud, thud. Wow. Oh, well,
Great writing.
I enjoy onomatopoeia just like the next guy. So, the bar, face value.
Yes, face value.
Face value. Face value.
I need to take off my other face that questions too many things.
Face value. Her head solidly connected to her bedroom wall. Oh, so that's what she's doing. It must be painful. For the wall.
Princess?
Oh, and by the way, just break down the wall! Break down the wall! Break down the wall! Everybody together!
Break down the wall! Or like from a game show from Britain, bring on the wall!
Yes, my Pink Floyd reference was classier, but we'll give you that. Okay.
Let's see.
Princess.
Yeah, that's what I said. Princess?
She held a oath to silence me. Thud! 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 Oh, that wall is taking such a beating.
Yeah, those words in capitals.
She's like she's having a wrestling contest with that wall.
She's headbutting the wall, and here comes the tombstone pile driver.
Oh, that wall is running around like a skull dog.
Getting chugged around like a stack of potatoes.
Oh, this is making me uncomfortable. Anyway, let's continue. It
Yeah.
was actually starting to look like it hurt. I think I'm done. No, wait a few more, just to be sure. She said finally, rubbing her head. Wait, no. She slammed her head a few more times before there was a visible bump on her head. Vinyl Scratch, you imbecile! Thank you!
What should we do?
What can we do?
What if she blows up the castle?
And the sad thing is, that might actually come to pass.
Yes, I was gonna say, that's actually a pretty decent logical concern.
Then we shall increase security. Oh yes, that'll work just fine with her.
Vinyl is out there, on the loose, intent on murder. Princess. And I still can't figure out what she even has against this Silver Streak mare.
Perhaps you do not feel the same way as she does because you fail to see things from her perspective. How could anyone in their right mind see things from her perspective? She's obviously insane.
I was gonna say that it's also because it's all shrouded in secret, so no one can say, what's from her perspective is.
Oh yeah, because secret organizations are so hip and in, and whatever youngsters say when something is cool nowadays.
How can I? She hasn't said a word. Thank you. She's an enigma, Princess.
Yeah, she's a puzzle inside a riddle inside an igneous.
Even when we promised that there would be no more secrets.
Yeah, okay. Vinyl may have been doing this to protect me, but I thought I'd make it clear that I didn't need protecting. Oh, you sure? Sure you don't. This couldn't go on. This relationship we had felt fake. Huh. Well, this fanfiction is starting to creep me out. That's what I've been thinking for the last few chapters.
Yes.
The attraction was there, but the communication was lacking. Well, better late than never to realize certain things about your partner. Now, the sensible thing to do would be to take your life elsewhere and just move on. But nope, we wouldn't have a story or a climax if she did that.
Yeah.
I am the wrong pony to speak about this. Why am I rolling the R's so much with this character?
Because it is eloquent, good sir.
Okay. Now, I feel the need to sing every line from Luna like as if I was singing Phantom of the Opera. I am the wrong pony to speak to about this. Although what I can say is that what Silverstreak did to Vinyl Scratch is unforgivable.
Yes, completely ignoring the bars of music.
That made no sense. What?
This fanfiction is replying to us.
Why you say that made no sense? She just explained to you Silverstreak obviously did something to Vinyl. So let her explain what that is. And then she said, that made no sense. Wait.
Face value.
Wait, face value. Anyway. Octavia, it is midnight and I am tired. And so are you. What? No, I want to hear more about that.
I thought you were up at the night, Luna.
Yeah, what about that? Vinyl Scratch does what she usually does, and we, as in she, using the
Royal We, Cantalot.
Royal We, the Maestatis, the Regala Maestatis, or something like that, and we still cannot figure out her brain functions. Well, if a goddess cannot figure out how somebody's brain works, then perhaps that would be a good moment to just give up.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, perhaps we should both catch up on some sleep. Aren't you the princess of the night? I mean, according to Luna After Dark, you stay awake all night.
Well, I also thought the series also references that too.
Eating donuts at Pony Joe's. Well, yeah, that's a good Tumblr comic. Anyway, perhaps we should go. I know that the files you requested are over there, pointing dramatically over a certain direction, like this.
Which no one can see. Thank you.
Change of paragraph once more.
On my way through the street, I caught a glimpse of Club Cantalot.
You mean to tell me it's still on its feet?
It was...
I thought it blew up. Like spectacularly.
The next line says, it still was in one piece, somehow.
Oh, I don't believe that.
No! Oh wait, face value, we cannot question. The building could have magically repaired itself somehow. It could have done. And looked on its way to being back in tip-top shape to service club lifestyle.
Well, that was fast.
I didn't go home.
By the way, I think at this point, the media might start to put two and two together, figure out that the explosion of the Questionary followed practically the following night by another explosion of the Club Cantalot might be correlated.
Yes,
so what about that tidbit of background info? Is what I'm wondering.
Plot convenience of not thinking about the obvious.
Well, sure, why not?
I took that bundle of papers and went to the nearest bar I could find. Oh yeah, with vinyl not over your shoulder anymore, you can drink all the drinks you like. It was the only place I could think. Back at home, things felt empty. At least at night, the city could keep me company with its bright lights.
Title drop!
And a YouTube video.
Oh yeah, there's a link to Bright Lights. I wonder what kind of music am I to expect from this.
It's a Max Payne 3 OST.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, with last chapter in this one, the Max Payne references are becoming a bit overbearing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna shut that up for now because... Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'd been at the bar until the crack of dawn, I suspect.
Ouch.
Drinking away my sorrows with some sparkling water.
Sparkling water?
Yes, sparkling water. Really pushing the boat out, aren't you?
Sparkling water?
Yes, sparkling water.
Sparkling water, you say?
Yes, sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Yes, sparkling water.
Okay, enough with this.
Yes, I was just on my way out the door, the folders hidden in my saddlebags, before I passed a certain pony.
Oh my gosh, it's her! It's the villain! Finally, she's here! Hello, Octavian!
I'm sorry, I can't help but think of you as Ashford now from Resident Evil.
You already told me that.
Oh, did I? I must have...
The first time we encountered this character, which was the only time up until this point.
Memory, folks! That's what my memory's like. I wasn't even a menace... I wasn't even a menacing kind of introduction?
It's obviously a misspelling.
Yes, it's obvious. It wasn't even a menacing kind of introduction. That was the problem. All this time I'd imagined some kind of confrontation with Silverstreak to play out in some dramatic fashion, with Latin chanting and opera music in the background.
Okay, were you thinking of the final boss battle against Sephiroth? Something like that. What were the lyrics again?
With lots of slow motion.
Storia mentis est once interius gloria mentis Sephiros Silverstreak. Okay.
Silverstreak's not worthy of that theme.
Neither is Sephiroth. Don't snap.
Instead, what I got was some mare that I just happened to bump into the street saying hello. Her velvet voice was enough to send a chill up my spine. Only this mare had all the evidence she needed to ruin my life. That made things personal. I'd already broken the cardinal rule of going after some pony with malevolent intentions.
You're going after some pony who has malevolent intentions, or you have malevolent intentions against some pony?
You never make things personal.
Well, I'm afraid it has just got personal.
She sat down and ordered a drink. Some cocktail of some sort. With some sort. It says here twice.
Something, cocktail, something, dark side.
I didn't care. Hello, I said with icily as I could.
I said was icily as I could. My God. Well, okay. Did the spell check just broke down for this chapter?
I'm just thinking that. Is the grammar going to hell?
Oh my gosh, the grammar is rebelling. The grammar is revolting in more ways than one. Against this fiction. They don't want to be part of it anymore. They want to try to escape. They took a life of their own, and they're trying to push the author away from his own fanfiction, just like in that episode of classic MLP, in which the furniture becomes alive, and they basically kick the ponies out of their house. Yeah, I'm going to deal with that episode soon enough.
Slowly taking a seat as far away as possible, yet still within earshot. The bar was empty, save for the bartender, who decided that it was a good time as any to take a smoke break out in the back. Oh, well, how bloody convenient!
It almost seems like they're trying to set up some sort of a Western showdown.
It wouldn't surprise me. And there she was, in all her silver glory.
Silver Glory. There has to be at least a song titled Silver Glory. You think that's the name of a song?
Yes, I would have thought that too.
By Iggy Pop, maybe. You'd think that.
Or Rhapsody of Fire, talking about swords and such. I hated that dull colour with a passion. But more than just her colour, I hated her face.
Face value!
She hated hate. She smiled pleasantly. It wasn't even a remotely malevolent smile. It was a calm, amiable smile that still betrayed a superiority complex behind it. I wanted to wring her neck and smash a hoof into that smirk. Are you stalking me?
Rip her throat out, tear her to pieces.
Rip and tear.
We demand satisfaction.
Shut up.
Perhaps?
I have to do this voice, but then again, you won't get it, Madhog, until we play the game. I smiled back a little toothily, my eyes flashing. You know, you should probably bomb the place before telling me about it.
Oh! Can I get a high five for this?
Or high hoof.
Oh, I think you'll understand if I hadn't intended to kill her.
Silverstreak smirked.
Think of it as sending a message.
Oh yes, I so love to kill innocent people while sending my messages to the vile scum of this town of vampires and lichens. Ugh. I hate this woman. It's... You know why, Madhog, already, from how I sound.
She's also pretty one-dimensional.
So this was payback for what happened at Equestria Daily?
Why, did you actually own the building?
Let's see, is this her? Oh, no, this is her again.
Though I have a feeling Club Canterlot will be up and running before you know it.
Quite. It's amazing what taxpayers' bits go towards these days, nowadays.
Wait, is this supposed some sort of social commentary? Because it's quite annoying.
It doesn't make sense either.
They certainly didn't account for this. Now, did they? I don't know, you tell me.
A shame about Silverstone, I said casually.
A loss. Did you kill him?
Yeah. I get the strange feeling they rubbed him out.
Oh, poor Silverstone. He was just some guy.
Who lost his best friend.
And that we didn't really care about.
Fraternizing with the enemy, I stepped over the edge. More appropriately, I slipped. But
why do you suddenly sound like like you had like the character had a gender swap?
I don't know. But that was all right. I probably jumped over the edge more times than Vinyl had crossed the line, which was saying something, seeing as Vinyl liked to cross the line twice. And do a little tap dance on top of it, just to make sure she'd done it with style.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I have nothing to add to this.
Me neither. So why all this?
I beg your pardon?
Why all the trouble? Why all the effort to spy on us? Hunt us down and out us." She said nothing, taking a sip.
"You've clearly got some... Oh, wait, it's still you.
You clearly got some stock in the situation.
Oh, yes, it was all her evil plan to plummet the stock market so that she can buy new condos at cheap prices. Something likely stupid, I don't know."
I remarked wildly.
Riley?
Yeah, it's either Riley or Riley. I don't know.
Oh, okay, you remarked Dr. Wiley, apparently.
I can't imagine a mayor who'd go through all this trouble of trying to ruin my life, to have no reason for doing so.
We all have our reasons,"
she said with a sniff. Could it be because of what happened to your parents?
"Oh, you don't play the parents' card, sister."
Oh, no, she didn't.
"Oh, no, she did."
Oh, no, brother.
"Oh, this is going to leave a mark."
And just like that, her little facade of stoicism faltered, almost as if I had scratched that glass wall separating me and her. It was a long, jagged scratch, and with my words, I suddenly made something that was just business into something personal.
And you can hear the glass shattering.
It's called the fourth wall.
It's the facade shattering. It's a metaphor.
Yes, I kind of guess. You never make things personal. I think you just did. She seemed to stumble even in a sitting position as she whipped her head towards me, her eyes ablaze with fury.
Oh, I like that image. I bet they're literally ablaze with fury, anime style. Dare you! And now she gets all hot-blooded and in a super dramatic position, and then on a metaphorical precipice, while a tsunami blows over in the distance in the background to emphasize the hot-bloodedness of the situation.
And here I was going to say simply, she's turned to the Silver Hulk.
Don't you mean the Silver She-Hulk?
Yes. I read your records. It certainly can't be a coincidence, can it?
Can it?
Your parents are murdered by what appears to be a wolf?
You know nothing. I'm trying to variate it because she cannot always sound
so prim and proper.
Super uber gaily like that. Okay.
I read the autopsy files. A timber wolf clearly attacked your parents. It was an unfortunate accident, and now you blame us.
Do not dare speak of my parents, you filthy mutt! You believe that lie? I didn't. I know who to blame.
The timber wolves?
Overacting! I'm blaming overacting.
You surely can't blame all of us for what happened.
Have you ever known every villain that's ever lived? You know how they deal with vengeful sentiments? In the worst case scenario, at the best case scenario, they try to destroy the world. At worst case scenario, they try to destroy the entire universe. Duh!
Villain 101.
Wouldn't you?
She spat. You're blaming. Somebody says you're blaming an entire species, but it should be you're blaming an entire species.
Or maybe you've been blaming.
You've been yeah, probably that. For the act of one, does that not sound illogical? What are you, Spock?
You do know how emotions work. Do you have a basic grasp of that? Because you cannot tell somebody who whose hatred for something is so deep-rooted and vengeful that she's actually illogical, because you get the following answer. And that is exactly where you are wrong, Octavian. It is not simply the act of one. How many times has a fool come home to find their parents slaughtered? I hope.
Only you, I would think.
I hope. I don't think. I sure hope that doesn't happen all that often, at least in Equestria, because that's kind of a grim image.
Yeah, especially since, well, as I just said just now, it's probably only just you are having this, because, you know, if it happened to just every pony, then you wouldn't be original then.
Oh, yeah, because that would imply her being original right now. She's Batman on reversed right now. So
I'm sure you can give me an estimate, I said callously.
You are all monsters, beasts. Look at you!
Silverstreak snapped, pointing an accusing hoof.
You, of all ponies, could barely contain herself from hunting down a poor little bunny. Imagine if that were some innocent pony.
I'll tell you what, that would make some creepy pastas posts if I ever heard that.
What makes you think they aren't out there already?
I don't want to think about it. My lip twitched.
Twitch!
I didn't even want to consider that possibility, that I could have injured another pony. What if? And maybe. I don't think I could live with myself if I kept thinking like that. You're having trouble with this bunny situation, so I hate to think what would happen if it was a pony.
Yeah, it came back to bite you big time, at least twice.
But she was right. The possibility was still there. And there was no doubt in my mind that ponies had gotten hurt along the way. As much as we all like to pretend, Equestria wasn't La La Land.
What the flying big saucer is La La Land?
You
Do the la 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 la. What is la la la? What the fridge is
La La Land usually in terms of metaphors means that you make a fantasy world that has no troubles. It's like putting your fingers in your ears going like la la la, I do not hear it.
Okay, if you would have said Cloud the Cuckoo Country, I would have actually understood the reference. Anyway.
Even so, she was a hypocrite.
Who
was innocent and who was guilty? Could she distinguish which one of us had done wrong? But not bloody likely with how she's sounding. According to her, all of us were evil.
No, you have to say it like you really mean it, like evil. You know, like Mermaid Man would say it.
All of us were evil. And we'll all be going down.
You're dangerous, and I am going to show the world. Pretty unhinged at this point.
It must give you some satisfaction, yes? Ruining another pony's life, that certainly embodies the elements of harmony.
What do the elements of harmony have to do with anything right now?
Yeah, do not bring up the elements of harmony unless you are one of them.
Yes. By the way, face value!
Yes, face value!
My face is so valuable right now, it might shatter at any moment, such it is so valuable and fragile. Because fragile things are valuable, usually. There is no other way to deal with your kind.
So you must stoop to the level of an animal to deal with us? How appropriate! You fight like a cow!
Ha! You fight like a cow! How appropriate! You fight like a milkman! Wait, it's something, whatever.
Even I know the Monkey Island reference better than you.
That was great. Mm. Yeah, wait. Oh, I love this phrase. It is the only way.
Let's see, counseling could have been another. Nope, tons of counseling. I'm counting all my fingers. It's all counts up to counseling.
Nope. Genocide. It's the only way.
Right, of course, I said sarcastically. I was mocking her. I'm sure you have vinyl in your clutches.
What?
Kisses.
Oh.
Her eyes lit with amusement and mockery.
Still laughing from before. Well, it looks like Luna's right hand. Right hand.
You mean hoof, right, guys?
It looks like Luna's right-hand mare has gone rogue. How interesting. Did she leave you as well?
To be honest,
you super harlot.
I couldn't help but think, hasn't Vinyl already gone rogue, technically, from blowing places up?
As far as I know, Vinyl was born rogue. I mean, if she's playing RPG, she would play the rogue.
She played rogue RPGs.
If she were playing Demon Souls, she would go to someone else's game through the internet connection and kill and stab them on the back.
Because she's a sorcerer like that.
Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about. I turned away with a huff.
Too late. You'll find out sooner or later what kind of mare she is. I seriously want to know what is wrong with these two. Did they have a relationship? Okay, I figured it out. They had a relationship, but it ended up badly because Silver Streak found out she is a vampire, and Vinyl found out Silver Streak is kind of a harlot. So yeah, I bet that's what happened between the two of them. That makes total sense now.
I was gonna say that maybe the Silver Streak and Vinyl were going out. Parents didn't agree. Vinyl's killed them.
Yeah. Okay, no, that wouldn't make any sense because she was actually a child.
Yeah, I know. I was being silly.
Anyway, whatever.
Either she'll get to you. Oh wait. Either she'll get to you first, or I will. I shrugged.
No, wait, that was.
Oh.
Was that her? Wait. Oh, it's you.
It was mostly a bluff. A desperate grasp at anything to tip the odds back in my favor.
Big talk.
Look who's...
also, fat chance.
Look who's talking.
Watchmen reference.
Look who's talking. I shot back.
We're actually descending to juvenile exchanges, aren't we?
I think we are.
You still think you've got the upper roof?
I just well, at least they didn't say upper hand. She snapped, a little annoyed.
Baby steps.
That's because I do.
Yeah. Seriously, why don't cat fight? Why don't ya?
Rawr, I said, tilting my glasses down. That's because you've got nothing.
I'm the one who decides whether or not you wake up in chains tomorrow and thrown into the ever-free forest. Doug?
You still think I care about one candid picture? If you were to go another newspaper agency, Princess Luna would simply intercept it.
You're lying.
I was. Face it, Silver Streak. You've lost your own bargaining chip.
Buck you!
No, buck you!
No, buck you first!
Buck me! Yes, I'm irresistible. Look at these juicy Oh no, please.
Octavia, you're getting an acute case of the vinyl scratch height. You know, this contagious sickness that makes you act like a total idiot.
Look at these juicy flanks. I laughed, sashaying as I trotted away first. Though I suspect you're not into mares.
Who else here gets the last laugh?
She shouted after me. Ha! Ha! I laughed.
Ha! Wow, they really went on and did this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so they apparently lost. Okay, this billing is so lame. I mean, all the chances this author had to give her a proper charismatic presence were completely squandered by this ridiculous exchange, which was so juvenile it's almost embarrassing.
I know, it's like this doesn't feel like an exchange between two characters, mature characters. It felt like a children's.
By the way, Devar, face value!
Yes, face value, I know, but god dang it, it's so hard to resist.
Well, hopefully the next chapter won't be any difficult.
Well, yeah, let's hope not.
He said with naivete in his eyes.
Yes, so we're going for 41 minutes. Should we go into...
Come on! Seriously! Okay, face value, gone, broken, it's over, it's all done. From now on, it's super nitpicky mode.
I take it because you read the next chapter title.
I did.
Oh dear. And it's called Underworld. Since it's 42 minutes, you want to continue with this?
Yes. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Though I would have been the better mayor, yeah, right. I would have been an utter imbecile to walk away. She was the entire mastermind behind all of this. Through my carelessness, I'd just given Silver Streak a crucial piece of information, no matter how inconsequential it was. We were short one vinyl scratch. What did that say about the inner circle as a whole? Yeah, we were weak, disjointed. Yeah, and you also have that derpy-eyed male mayor who comes at your conventions every weekend, and she's completely unopposed. She even breaks the freaking door to get out. Yeah, that says a lot about your organization, doesn't it? You'd think a millennia or centuries old organization would actually be, organized.
Yeah, and not require one person to keep it all together, apparently.
And what did they do when Luna wasn't around? Because she's been trapped in that freaking satellite for
thousands of years.
Yeah, for 1,000 years. So who was in? I have to wonder. Who was in charge of the inner circle when Luna was away? Celestia?
I doubt it.
Some bad ponies? I don't know. Discord? Whatever. It's not important. Let's just continue.
Yeah.
Across the street was a quaint diner open 24/7. It wouldn't look too out of place, even though it was nearly empty, save for the two ponies working the register and cooking.
One of
you do it.
Evening.
She said cheerfully.
What can I do for you?
What can I do you for?
Oh. What can I do you for? Someone says plenty of coffee. I'm not sure whether that be you.
It's Octavia, of course.
Oh, plenty of coffee.
Now all I had to do was wait. Wait for that demon to walk through the door. Waiting. Any day now.
You're kidding me. You won't be kidding me.
You've been there for like 5 seconds. You're already bored out of your mind. You're the worst. You're the worst at stakeouts.
At some point, I can't recall.
Oh, by the way, change of paragraph.
I must have fallen asleep. Perhaps I had been staring so intensely across the street that I exhausted myself. Maybe coffee had the opposite effect on me. That brief jolt of energy from the drink made me lethargic.
Well, can't you just sniff her out to find her? I mean, you are alpha dog, basically.
Yeah, you would think she'd do that, but apparently that doesn't cross her mind. When I lifted my head groggily, a few hours later, it was day. One of the employees was poking me.
What? Impossible!
I'd watched the door. I'd watched that door. I stormed over and shoved the doors open. The bartender jumped. Mayor, silver coat, silver vein, silver eyes, silver cross, cutie mark, when did she leave? I demanded. Madhog?
No, it's always you.
Oh, it's just that I thought that was the bartender, and I thought that you were... Oh, you were that pony a few hours ago. She took the exit. Now listen, are you gonna buy something or not? Hey!
I thought she ordered coffee.
And by paragraph break, folks. And I break the paragraph and slap Madhog in the face with it so he can read.
I'll get you back for that. I'll get you. Next paragraph, Gadget. Next paragraph. The next few days were a blur in my mind. I was just shuffling along from place to place. My parents hadn't bothered to call or write in at least a week. Well, after that scene you did last time, I'm not surprised. Not that it bothered me in the slightest. Then why do you mention it? Anyway, as far as any pony was concerned, the culprits of the bombings at the Equestria Daily and Club Counterlot were one and the same. There was a palpable tension in the air. They actually in fear of terrorist attacks.
Yeah, so it worked.
Oh boy!
Yeah, if it worked for War of the Worlds, it will definitely work for this.
Yeah. Normally, the weeks leading up to the two biggest events in Equestria, Heart's Warming Eve and the Grande Galloping Gala, also known as the Triple G, which sounds like the name of a pro wrestler. The Triple G.
It sounds more like a wrestling...
that's what I said.
Yeah, wrestling move, I was going to say, too.
Would be filled with anticipation and excitement. Now, every pony was on edge. Yeah, Edge is probably going to win the title next Monday. Oh wait, he's retired. Never mind.
He is?
Yeah, it's been retired for 3 years now.
I had no idea. Then again, I haven't watched wrestling in years.
The streets covered in snow, usually packed with wealthy ponies, strutting the latest winter fashion line and bratty foals throwing snowballs, were largely empty. Well, I guess there is a bright side to this. Desolate. Sometimes I think I'd forgotten how to be a normal pony. You'd think that would be, a given. You weren't always normal, Octavia, if I say so. I couldn't possibly begin to imagine what every pony else in Equestria was feeling. Our actions, whether we liked it or not, had an impact on society. Oh no, she's going mellow again. They had been spying on me for days, weeks, months even. My every action observed, recorded, analyzed, I was becoming agitated, to say the least. Silver Streak had been able to find me whenever she wanted. I was being watched. You said that already. And I couldn't do a thing about it. Paranoia was beginning to set in. I couldn't even take a simple stroll down the street anymore without looking over my shoulder. I kept seeing things and nearly beat Harpo's head off the other day when he gave me a pleasant hello.
Overreaction, Munch.
That is a chapter. That phrase alone is a chapter. If my entourage noticed my behavior, they didn't say anything. Oh, they must have thought she was having her period.
If you can see me right now, I'm squinting my eyes at you for that joke.
Oh well, don't squint, Emma. Oh, come on. The fanfiction. The fanfiction began this whole thing with the period. Remember that?
Yes, but it doesn't mean you have to follow it.
At least I am trying to keep some of the things coherent in this thing. Some things. For the most part, I'd been able to work with them through our rehearsals. You may ask yourselves why I find them incredibly dreary and boring. No, actually, I'm asking myself a series of other questions you don't want to know about. And I can only tell you to imagine a passion in your life. Something you genuinely enjoy doing.
Too many things at once for me.
Like painting or writing. Now, imagine if some pony told you that you could keep doing what you loved, but you had to do it their way. Paint or write what they wanted. We weren't making music. The music at the Grand Gallopy Gala wasn't meant to be lively or passionate. It was meant to be background noise. Which is ironic, come to think of it. She's a background pony.
Yeah.
In a way, our music was almost as repetitive, if not more so, than Vinyl Scratch's electronic music. Well, somebody's gotten all philosophical. Again. Except I can kind of relate this time around.
Yeah.
My spare time was spent analyzing Silver Streak's bank statements. Oh my god, why am I analyzing this? And for the most part, I didn't learn a single thing about her. Anything before the past 6 months were insignificant. She, like all ponies, had to eat, drink, and sleep. She was mortal, just like us, and she too purchased the same things as we did. But I managed to narrow down 10 payments and of a substantial sum, 500 bits, made to a jewelry store on Main Street. Silver Streak didn't wear jewelry, as far as I could tell, nor did she seem like the vain type to do so.
She needs a supply of silver, man.
Yep, it's all part of her evil super final showdown-y scheme.
She's gonna cover all Equestria in silver?
No, something more subtle, but also far more damaging. Before I could even investigate, I received a call on Friday night from Princess Luna. Change of paragraph. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm going to take this paragraph and I'm going to push it on your face violently.
Okay, got it. Let's see.
There we go. I thought you'd appreciate me telling you that tomorrow night is a full moon.
I frowned. Did you call me here just to tell me this?
No, of course not, my dear. Here, let's have some tea and cookies and what do you think I am? I am the princess of the night. If I call you to tell you, hey, hear this joke, you don't ask why you've been called. You come here instantly because I am your princess, you peasant. Sorry, this was a long time coming. I mean, for being a freaking semi-goddess, deity princess, she's been talked a bit too carelessly and casually over the past few chapters.
Yeah, very much. Let's see. Did you say, but now I have a present for you?
No, but I have a present for you.
I flip through the booklet. A calendar? You shouldn't have, I said flatly.
You should have done a deadpan.
A calendar? You shouldn't have.
Obviously being sarcastic. Oh, but the best part is that it's personalized. It has pictures of me on every month in different over dramatic strikes and positions. Here, January has this pose of me as holding a skull and posing all Hamlet-like, and then there's February in which I am like in my deathbed in Harry the Third, whatever. The Princess Luna's dramatic strikes position calendars. Buy one now.
By the way, folks, he's not lying. Indeed, it was personalized with pictures of the princess in sexy poses.
I was kidding. And by the way, I tried to soften the blow by saying she was striking dramatic poses. Why would Princess Luna agree to do this?
And oh wait.
I don't know what to say to this. And by that I mean I totally know what to say to this, but I don't want to say it because I'm a person with class.
Let's see. Luna's next line.
And it even has a system to tell you when full moons are. See?
Stop showing your flank like that. No, when someone says give him the full moon, I don't think they meant like that.
Okay, is this become Princess Molestia all of a sudden?
I would hope not. She pointed out a small picture of a grumpy wolf, Octavia.
Okay. This deserves some points.
What a grumpy Octavia. Why is an entire week me being grumpy?
That would be Octavia on her period week. ...
Okay, I'm putting my keyboard away, and I'm closing the cabinet. Yes, I can't do that, sadly. I'm gonna have to bring that back out and such.
The VAR.
Yeah?
Excuse me for a moment, will you?
Sure.
God fucking get over there!
Five 500 minutes later. Let's see. Oh wait, Luna says something here after that. ...
Nonetheless, I believe we may have found something. By the way, that not only was the worst joke in the entire fanfiction, that completely and utterly ruined a legitimately good joke that was pronounced just a line from this, just a line before that. Thank you for that, fanfiction. Thank you for that.
Yes, you take us up and you take us down. I cocked my head. Princess, I do not doubt your abilities, but I don't think you have very much time to go running around Canterlot.
May I remind you that you are not the only member of the inner circle, Octavia? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good
point.
I'd like to meet someone else from this group one of these days. You know, aside from disembodied voices that only appear once a week in that reunions.
I flushed. Luna paced.
Though it doesn't seem like it, Octavia. All the other members of the inner circle are doing their part to fix this mess. Are they now?
Yes, I'm doubting this already, she said.
All over Equestria, though mostly in Canterlot, our members are currently scouting for any sightings of Silver Horseshoe members and where they are congregating.
She gave me a small smile.
We all look out for each other. Do not think you are alone. Photofinish and Hoity-Toity are just as frantic about Vinyl's disappearance as you are. I would hope so. They are her parents.
I would hate to think of what they would look like in frantic panic mode.
Oh my gosh! This depression is zapping away all the magics from me.
Oh, I am so tragic. This is our daughter's run.
Anyway,
we haven't had a meeting. How'd they find out?
I think
Oh, wait.
they can know. I think if their daughter disappeared for a week, they might be noticing that. The Silver Horseshoes may think of itself as secretive, but we can too.
Luna smirked.
Have you subscribed to our newsletter? You have a newsletter now?
Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, I was thinking that exactly.
It was reassuring, knowing that some pony had my back. And a newsletter, apparently.
And my flanks, and my ears, and my soul.
So, does this mean we have a lead? I asked eagerly.
Yes, a potential lead on Vinyl Scratch's whereabouts.
My heart leapt.
One of our scouts has just noted an incident taking place 2 hours ago where 3 ponies were injured and the paramedics had to come.
Don't tell me she exploded them.
Well, for all we know, she might be exploded herself. She might be turning into Miss Explosion Man.
Well, that explains why you called me here on such short notice.
Yes, well, what is more interesting that these ponies all over what is more interesting is that these ponies all have silver manes and coats.
Potential members?
Subtle, by the way.
Yes, extremely.
Oh, there is no doubt in my mind they are, but what is more interesting is where they were. A local motel. They received multiple blunt trauma injuries, and one of them reportedly has a bite on his upper leg.
Sounds like a scuffle with a squirrel, I remarked dryly.
It must have been a pretty hungry squirrel, with 3 heads, mutated, and as big as a pony.
Yeah.
2 of them will have to breathe through a tube for 6 months. 1 a fractured horn.
How can you fracture a horn?
Wow, that's like crippling a unicorn. Another several broken ribs, and the last has had their jaw dislocated.
Oh,
Oh my god, that sounds like Vinyl, right? Or Crazy Steve.
I thought you said multiple blunt trauma injuries.
You didn't let me finish. Oh, and did I mention one as a
Hemorrhaged diaphragm.
What the The hemorrhage diaphragm?
Now it sounds like they've been mauled by a manticore.
Worse. Vinyl Scratch. Yeah!
No, you're not getting it. You stopped me from doing it, so I'm stopping you. I'm dragging you away from that joke.
Sure, whatever you say.
Luna set several photos of the victims on her table. I paled, surprised at the severity of their wounds.
Is she always...
Is she always this brutal? I shrieked.
No, actually, this was one of her better days. She is dangerous, and now she's off on some personal vendetta. Again, one has to wonder, Luna, why did you ever had this brilliant idea of pointing her to be in charge of damage control for your secret organization that obviously needs to be subtle and discreet about its actions? If you knew she's that dangerous, why didn't you just lock her away, for crying out loud?
I can only guess that, she saw how much damage she did, and thought, I know, I'll get someone to control damage control by having someone who knows how to make damage.
Logic.
I didn't know what Vinyl wanted, if it was the same thing that I was after. I chased the lesser of mysteries, of a pony's crimes. I think I know why now as well. After meeting Silver Streak, she said something that implied that they may have been in a relationship together. Something about Vinyl leaving her.
Oh no! It's exactly how I suspected. And I swear, I did not remember this part. I just put two and two together, and it happened to equal Vinyl Streak. Oh jeez. This is going to be painful, so
Yes.
Okay. That is correct.
I raised my head.
They were in a relationship together 2 years back.
Are you...
Why it's all...
You've got broken up.
Why it's always a relationship that ends up badly and end up causing supervillains?
Are you trying to tell me that Silver Streak has it out for us because Vinyl dumped her?
That is the
weakest. That is the most weakest villain motivation ever, and I was hoping that wouldn't be it.
Okay, forget about killing my parents. Who cares about that? She dared to dump me. Now she deserves to die, along with her entire species.
Also, Octavia, I hate to say it, but since you brought up the fact that she wasn't interested in theirs, I think you should be worried she might have been perving over your flank.
Oh, snap.
That is...
Maybe a relationship with Vinyl was so disastrous that she lost interest in mares completely and became straight. Wouldn't that be freaking ironic?
Yes.
That is only half of the story.
Luna explained.
Vinyl did cut off her relationship with Silver Streak only after she found out she was being used. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
As in, she was using Vinyl to get her money?
No, she was using Vinyl to get to us.
Luna let her words sink in.
And she was extremely close to causing irreversible damage on the inner circle. Only Vinyl found out and...
It didn't end well?
Oh gee, you think? Surprisingly, it did. Vinyl managed not to kill her. Well, progress.
Yeah, that's... I suppose that counts.
Silver Streak fled for obvious reasons after Vinyl confronted her. Now, that would have been the end of that for Vinyl.
Luna sighed.
But she managed to get away with some information about some of our members.
I remained silent.
Enough story time, I suppose, and on to business. Actually, yeah, I think she said more with the things she didn't actually said.
Yeah.
Which are all the more reasons not to have Vinyl working for damage control. Seriously, your credibility as the leader of this circle, Luna, is dissipating the more we read on. It's really embarrassing. Well, go on.
Let's see, it says here, you're continuing saying seeing.
Enough story time, I suppose, and on to business. Seeing as you're emotionally invested in her, I almost considered not sending you to investigate, which would be the intelligent and sensible thing to do.
You're a loose cannon out there. I'm not gonna send you out there.
You know what? Okay, this stereotypical chiefs of police that tell you, "Oh, you're embarrassing this. You cannot do this because it's a personal." They are right about that. Okay, in movie logic, no, the good guy has to save the day because he's the good guy, even though it is totally personal. But in real life, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I know that. Let's see. When Luna, where was I? When Luna saw the indignant look on my face, she added testily,
Almost. But I have decided to let you go. Oh, Luna. Why?
"You're not a good police chief."
You will go there and see what you can find. You will not confront nor pursue any Silver Horseshoe members, and you will report to me your findings. Clear?
"Crystal," I muttered.
Let's see how
How long
much
that
time it
lasts.
takes. Let's see how much time it takes to this plan to completely fall apart.
I'm taking best for 10 seconds. Who's up? Who's gonna say 20? I got 20. Do I have a 30? Do I have 30?
I say 40.
I have a 40. Do I have 50?
Okay, that's gone.
Okay.
Change of paragraph.
Yep, change the paragraph.
Oh, here's the motel we mentioned earlier. The motel was a run-down sort of place, seeing as the struggle took place not 2 hours ago. There were still a few ponies clamoring on the opposite sidewalk. Rumors were already beginning to spread. I ducked underneath the yellow tape. The night guards gave me a nod, permitting me to enter. Oh, you mean the bug ponies? Yeah. Are we going to ever address the fact that they have bat wings and they are obviously vampires? I think. Oh, yeah, they are vampires. It's already been established. Sorry, my fault.
Room free. I think that's it.
A struggle had definitely taken place here. The broken shards of a vase were littered across the floor. An electric cord had been ripped from the wall, and I suspect it was used to attempt to strangle some pony. There were several drops of blood on the dirty carpet, and pillow feathers were everywhere. Perhaps a pillow fight had taken place here, and it had gotten out of roof.
This is a CSI's wet dream, this is.
Oh, yes.
Gil Grissom will be all over this.
Vinyl had definitely been here. The ponies in the hospital, the sign of our passage. What did that tell me? Okay, we seriously need Gil Grissom now. Nothing. Could I track her down? Not around all these ponies, and I doubt that I'd be able to pick her scent out. I sniffed around. There were more than 4 scents here. Vinyl's was the strongest. She hasn't showered in weeks. What did you expect? The others were fairly new. 3 in the hospital, no vinyl to be found. That could only mean there had been other Silver Horseshoes. However, the strongest smell that overwhelmed my nostrils was vinegar.
Vinegar?
Vinegar? Why vinegar?
No idea.
They'd used it to mask their scent. Following the trail of vinegar would take me to the dumpster outside. I pulled open the nightstand drawer. Inside, a pair of headphones. Definitely hers. Amongst the broken shards of the vase, I managed to pick out a lone purple one. No doubt it belonged to her glasses. The trail had gone cold, but I still had one more lead. Change of paragraph again.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, but CSI. I was too busy thinking of that. That's it.
Who are you?
Anyway, do you want to say this line because it sounds like it's one of the other people?
Oh, Hello, my name is Janice. I'll be your hostess today. How can I help you, sir or ma'am? Are you here to buy some jewelry?
I'm here on the authority of Princess Luna, and I demand to see your ledger.
You demand to see a badger?
The
What a weird things to say.
jeweler blanched.
Of course.
He thrust a clipboard at me.
Oh, it's a male.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, but so you're saying to me every pony can actually just claim they've been sent on a job by the princess and get free stuff? Well, unchecked stuff? It wouldn't surprise me. I scanned my eyes down the pages, noting the signatures and purchases made within last month. I squinted my hoof, hovering over a
No,
box.
I squinted. Comma. My hoof hovering over a box dated for last week.
For last week. Princess Luna? An alias?
An alias for Princess Luna. It must be an alias for Princess Luna. Genius. Nobody would suspect that.
Do you check who writes their name down on these orders? I narrowed my eyes.
Of course I do.
It says here that Princess Luna ordered a pearl necklace for 5,000 bits. I frowned.
Well, there goes the national budget.
I frowned. Last time I checked, a pearl necklace doesn't cost nearly as much. Not to mention that the address this was sent to isn't Canterlot Castle.
My mistake. This guy's how to be fired.
Yeah. I lunged, catching the poor pony by his tie before he could run away. Now you listen carefully. I'm in no mood for games. I want to know who ordered what, when, and where it was sent to.
Don't forget when. No, I just said it. Don't forget what. Don't forget whenever, wherever, another, whatever. I don't remember. Silent Hill movie.
Remember harder, I snapped, yanking on his tie.
It was a silver pony. That's it. Came in asking about silver jewelry. Nearly cleaned me out. I didn't ask questions because it was the best deal, so I didn't ask why he needed it so much. Told me to have it sent to the water treatment facility. The water treatment facility.
I'm not going to question this yet. Find out what the stupid...
You'll see. It's going to be the most gloriously stupid plan ever.
Oh, wait. I think I just realized.
Yeah, don't say anything. We'll find out eventually.
That must be where they are.
Oh, thank you, Captain. 1 + 1 = 2.
I let go of his tie, smoothing it out for him, and giving him a condescending pat on the head. Thank you. I will be sure to recommend you to my colleagues. Yes, you're a good person. Yes, you are.
And the very next day, this shop was blown up.
He laughed nervously. As fast as I could, I dialed. How are we supposed to even use these things?
Oh yes, because they have iPhones, apparently. And guns. Don't make me start with the guns again.
Princess Luna, I didn't have to wait for the phone to ring when she picked up.
I cannot imagine Princess Luna with a cell phone. Sorry, I can't. It just boggles the mind.
Of course not. She would have that phone from the board game of, that... I forgot what it's called. It's to do with a telephone and you...
Clue?
No, it's a telephone game where basically you have to find out which guy fancies you, and it's like, it's like a girl's board game.
Oh, never heard of it.
Yes.
But I can easily imagine it.
Okay, back to the story. Princess, I know where they might be.
What? What? How did you find out? She said while striking dramatically.
She did great detective work, dear Watson. It doesn't matter how I found out. I need you to send every pony available to Canterlot Water Treatment Facility.
Octavia, I order you, thy princess of the night orders you, do not approach.
I can't wait, Princess. Vinyl might be there, and I think she's in trouble.
Octavia!
I ended the call. Taxi?
And so it begins.
And
the end.
And she also, apparently, the taxi has brought the paragraph break with him.
Yeah, must have been a nasty car accident. Though it cannot possibly be as nasty as the car accident in the movie Asphalt Watches. That is the nastiest car accident ever portrayed in cinema, let me tell you. Anyway, okay, we're almost there, Devar.
Yes, get to it.
Any pony could tell you what Canterlot looked like. A shining white castle on the edge of a mountain with a waterfall pouring out of the bottom. See the waterfall? That was where the water treatment facility was, or at least the main part of it. To get there, you would need to travel to the industrial side of Canterlot, where there were no ivory towers to be found, only old, run-down buildings and such. You know, seeing the city from a distance, it's hard to imagine any other building of such nature would fit in that compound.
No, it wouldn't. And strange enough, I'm getting slight Resident Evil vibes off this.
Funny you mentioned that. Because our plan is the same level of intelligence of Umbrella Corporation. Rundown buildings. The water treatment facility was a large warehouse building spanning at least an entire block. Even from here, I could hear the waterfall. I hope you can take a picture of the waterfall. No pony around, no movement from the windows, though I doubt you could see in or out of them, considering how grimy they were. You know, you think the pub and building used for the treatment of water would be clean, you know. You think that?
I'm thinking, I'm sensing a bit of a clash in,
Never mind. The two double doors that served as the entrance were open when I tried to open them. Okay, so you basically went on. So basically, you're telling me you went on and opened an open door. Okay, they were most definitely meant to be locked. Inside was a maze of catwalks, ladders, platforms. What is this, Super Mario World? And all the same color, a dull gunmetal gray. The sound of the rushing waters grew louder. This reminds me of that one room from the first Metal Gear Solid game.
Yes, I know.
There was the vapor, there was the steam and the catwalks and all that.
Yes, I remember that level.
One sleep and I'd be taking a one-way trip down the waterfall. The fall would surely kill me.
Unless you're Nathan Drake, then you can survive anything.
It was apparently also Sherlock Holmes can survive falling down waterfalls.
Oh yeah, with Moriarty.
It was poorly lit and a tad on the creepy side. Well, it's a water treatment facility. What did you expect? Carousel with happy little horses? They knew I was here. I knew they were watching me. Why all the suspense? This was a trap! I knew that. There was a plan somewhere in this. Decoy, yes. I would make a great decoy. They'd distract themselves with the poor, pathetic grey earth pony. I'd find Vinyl. A rescue would be launched. Great plan, Octavia. Yeah, I cannot see anything wrong at all with this plan.
Nope, it sounds perfectly sound on paper.
Foolproof. Luna would obviously send backup. Help was coming. The only reason help was coming was because I'd made things urgent. Because I didn't listen to her. Now I was forcing her hoof to make a decision. If I was smart and actually listened to Luna, she'd spend at least another day before launching an attack. So why wait? Waiting could cost Vinyl her life, and I wasn't going to risk that, even at the risk of my own life, 'cause this is the power of love. And she says the things I do for love. Before I could give myself a pat on the back, something slammed into the back of my head, knocking me out cold. Good going, Octavia. Yes, a great plan. Genius Octavia activated.
I would clap this, but it's not worth it.
And so ends chapter 21.
This is how we're going to end it, apparently.
Okay, so only 2 chapters left. It's only the climax. It's only left, and the epilogue, and then it's done. We're done reading this. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. We're about to achieve the unthinkable.
We're about to receive enlightenment and ascend, or something.
Oh, come on, this is just a fanfiction. We're talking about enlightenment and what have you. Okay, so we can do this. We're going to leave you for now and, restart this thing next time. For the final rundown of the final 2 chapters, we're going to read them all together. It's going to be one massive podcast of an epic finale and fireworks and house parties and what have you. But for now, we bid you good night. This has been Madhog, thy master.
And I am Vindivar Akron.
And we hope we can survive this.
We survived worse. We can definitely survive this.
Bye.
Take care.
God fucking get over there.